A coroner has criticised the army for failing to take action to prevent the death of a soldier in an IED attack at an insecure training range in Afghanistan. Lance Corporal James Hill from the 1st Battalion The Coldstream Guards died on the firing range outside Camp Bastion on October the 8th, 2009. Tim Cooper reports from Woking Coroner's Court.
Lance Corporal James Hill died when he was undergoing training on the much-used firing range 2.5 miles outside the wire near Camp Bastion. Today at Woking Coroner's Court, Surrey County Coroner Richard Travers criticised the army in relation to his death for not listening to concerns from personnel about the range and not recognising the extent of the IED risk. The inquest heard that up to 300 personnel would be trained on the range each day. Coroner Richard Travers said this put pressure on the range commanders to have the area ready, particularly during the peak periods of troop changeover. Mr. Travers said sweeping the area using Valon metal detectors was carried out in as little as 45 minutes, when a thorough Op-Barmer IED sweep would take 4 hours. He added the admin area, where soldiers waited between exercises and where the Lance Corporal was killed, was not clearly marked. Criticising the IED sweeping operation, the coroner said, "I find the metal content of the IED, which killed Lance Corporal Hill, would have been such that the Valon operator would have to have been blind and deaf not to have registered it." The inquest also heard that the training area was routinely swamped by local residents after each session, who scavenged for spent ammunition cases to sell for scrap, a pattern which the coroner said provided a vulnerable target for insurgents to exploit by the placement of IEDs. 23-year-old Lance Corporal Hill from Redhill in Surrey was repatriated to the UK through RAF Lynham and Wootton Bassett. His fiancée paid tribute to him at the time.
He's just the most amazing person you could ever meet. And so loving. Like, I've never felt so loved by anybody in my entire life. And when we weren't together, it was just the whole time wanting to be together, and he was so devastated to have to go away and leave me. But he knew he had to do it, because that's his job and that's what he wanted to do.
The coroner recorded that Lance Corporal Hill had been unlawfully killed, and that the measures in place on the range at the time to reduce the risk from IEDs did not reduce the risk to, as the coroner put it, the safest possible level for those soldiers using it. He also noted that a new firing range was created inside Camp Bastion just 9 days after Hill's death. The coroner made a number of recommendations to the MOD in light of this case. Tim Cooper, Forces News, Woking.